Lesson 80, Super Formulas. In this lesson, we'll take a look at an amazing class of formulas that most people don't realize Excel even supports. It allows you to take one formula to replace thousands of calculations. The key is holding down Control and Shift while you press Enter at the end of the formula. Basically, before they gave us sum ifs, this type of formula allowed us to do sum if with multiple conditions. Okay, so here we have a data set. We have quantity, unit price, and unit cost. And one time in my last day job, the vice president of marketing came to me and said, hey, I want a formula that will multiply the quantity times unit price and total it up. Well, I didn't really listen to what he said, and I assumed he wanted a formula out here that multiplied quantity times unit price. I was about to show him how to double-click the fill handle. He said, well, wait a second. You're adding many formulas. I want one formula. Well, at the time, I said, I don't think that can be done. And someone a few cubes away stuck his head up above the cube wall and said, well, wait, you can do that. And he proceeded to come down and write this formula. He said, we're going to take the sum of this entire rectangular range, D2 to D46, times this entire rectangular range, E2 to E46. I looked at that formula and I said, are you crazy? There's no way that's going to work. And sure enough, if you just press Enter, you get a value error. But it turns out that there is a whole secret class of formulas, super formulas, that will handle this data. The trick is, before hitting Enter, you have to hold down the Control and Shift key, and now press Enter. Sure enough, Excel goes into array mode. You'll see that it put curly braces around the formula, and it actually does each multiplication, stores it in memory, and then adds it up. These are amazing functions. You can use these functions to do all sorts of calculations. For example, here in this case, I'm looking through column A to see if it's equal to the word east. That's going to generate 45 different true or false values. A true in Excel is treated as a 1, and a false is treated as a 0. So I multiply those 1s and 0s by quantity and unit price and sum the whole thing up. And I now have basically a very powerful sum if that could handle multiple conditions long before Excel introduced the sum ifs function. Here I'm taking a look through A to see if it's equal to east, multiplying it by quantity times unit price, and then taking a look through B to see if it's equal to ABC. So we get a series of trues and falses here, a series of trues and falses here. In the situation where we have a true times a number times a number times a true, we get the value. And sure enough, Control Shift Enter, we get the answer. Now I have to show you there's one drawback to these powerful formulas. Normally we would copy here and paste to this entire range. However, there's this strange error in Excel saying we cannot change part of an array. So what you have to do is copy and then paste to 2 more cells. That fills out the entire column, and then copy the column and paste 2 additional cells. So it requires a couple of copies to work with these instead of just one copy. Again, you never enter the curly braces. Those are put in when you hit Control Shift Enter. These are very powerful. They're also very CPU intensive. They work great here where I have 9 or 3 or 2 of them. But once I had a report with 5,000 of these, each looking at 50,000 rows by 12 columns, the thing would still be calculating today if I had not used Control-Alt-Delete in the Task Manager to stop Excel. Control Shift Enter. My problem, I end up using these about once every other month. I could never remember Control Shift Enter. So although Microsoft calls these array formulas, on my website, there's articles there where they talk about CSE formulas. CSE meaning Control Shift Enter. Very powerful formulas. I hope you found that helpful, and thanks for watching.
Looking to advance your career by acquiring new skills? Tired of expensive off-site training programs? Wish you could learn from the best instructors in the industry? Look no further than live lessons. Self-paced, personal video instruction by the world's leading technology publishers. Each live lesson comes with a DVD featuring 3 to 4 hours of instructor-led classroom training, sample program code that allows you to work along with your personal instructor, and an example-rich study guide. Live lessons allow you to watch the entire course from start to finish, or navigate directly to any of the individual lessons. You'll literally watch over the shoulder of your instructor as he shows you how to build state-of-the-art applications. Live lessons, the power of the world's leading technology experts at your fingertips. To learn more, visit mylivelessons.com today.